Gateway Family Services utilizes a trauma-focused equine-assisted psychotherapy model that focuses on building healthy relationships between the student and the horse. This model also incorporates the element of rhythmic riding. Riding works to address the different parts of the brain that have been impacted by trauma. When Sean arrived to Gateway Family Services in May of 2016, it was clear that we needed to focus on building healthy relationships as well as incorporating the rhythmic riding component in order to address the trauma that Sean had experienced early in his life. Records indicate that Sean had experienced intense trauma in utero as well as during the first 18 months of his life prior to coming to live with Chad and Lisa.
Life has not been easy. Sean takes a lot of work. It's gotten easier over the past few years.
Some of the immediate challenges when he first came were screaming and yelling. I don't know, I lost count. More than, I'd say more than 20 times in a day, and by the day I mean from when we get home from work until he went to bed, so it's like a 4-hour period. Just biting, kicking, yelling, slapping. That was the initial first 2 years with Sean, maybe?
I don't remember a lot of it. I just remember thinking, how am I going to survive this kid? And I'm not talking like the next 2 hours. I think, okay, how can I get through the next 15 minutes? And it was difficult, very difficult. He couldn't control impulses, and he couldn't control his emotions or his body at all.
It's improved since he's been working with you, since he's shown more empathy, more sympathy, more caring ability. It certainly has improved.
They wrestled.
From a biological standpoint, I'm doing better than whenever we met, just with my own health because of my stress levels from Sean. So that's improved.
The two biggest things that we've seen are that he now has control over his impulses much better. Like, he's a more calm kid. He can listen a little better. And the biggest thing that has happened is empathy. He had no empathy. He had no idea other people had feelings. He had no idea when he hurt them. It was just, I'm going to bowl somebody over. I'm going to hit somebody's head off of something. And you would explain and he'd say, okay. And it was over. It was forgotten. And now, I mean, if he accidentally got his sister's finger in the door today and he came unglued, he just bawled because he realized he had hurt her. And for him to hurt her now really affects him, where before it wouldn't have happened. So he constantly hurt because he didn't know other people had feelings. I would say it saved our family, to be really honest. I'm gonna cry, sorry. But I would say a year and a half ago, my only goal for Sean was to keep him out of jail by the time he was 12. I didn't think we really had a lot of options. We were almost sure we were going to have to put him in a residential home. There was no question. It's the hardest thing for a parent to ever have to deal with. But because of all of the services we've been offered between Sean and then, you talk to us all the time, you talk to Chad. It has built a relationship between Chad that I didn't think would ever be there, between Chad and Sean, that I didn't think would ever be there. It has helped with a lot of our own psychological and physical issues, just from the stress of having to take on a child like Sean and be primary caregiver. It's given us hope that he's going to do something other than really hurt somebody and end up in jail one day.